What is good, everybody? You already know who it is. You know what time it is. Today we out on the water, man. We got a little special announcement, man. And it's been, I've known for this for, a few months, guys, and kind of been keeping it secret, but it's about that time the cat comes out the bag, guys. We are now sponsored by Lew's Rods and Reels. Without you guys, that wouldn't even been possible, man. So big shout out to everybody that's rocking with the channel, man. I couldn't have done this without you. So we got another sponsor, and it's Lew's, and it's only right that I go through everything that I am using from Lew's. And I'll leave a promo code down in there so you guys can get free shipping on all your Lew's products. They got some dope stuff coming out for 2022, 2021, a little bit later in the year. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, see and let you guys see what I'm using, what I'm throwing. I've been asked a few times to see my rod and reels, and got a whole new set up and arsenal and stuff. So what I did, the first thing I did today was came out, put the stuff on the boat, and I just decided to break my rod tip off of my brand new TP1 black speed stick. It used to be a 7'3" heavy fast action rod, and as you can see, I was throwing the frog on it, and it's balanced very well. I like that, man, and it's got a whole lot of backbone to it. So if anything bites it up in cover, structure, whatever, it ain't gonna be no problem to horse them out of there. I've got a 30-pound Power Pro braid, and I've got my Lew's speed spool, the SS1 I can't ever say it, SS1HA speed spool, 10 ball bearings, 7:5 to 1 gear ratio. So it's pretty fast, man. Once you hook that fish, you can reel them and it come out of wherever they at, you know what I'm talking about? So that's the first rod and reel combo that I throw. I love it, man. If I wouldn't have slammed it kind of in the door a little bit, it would have been official, but it is what it is. Stuff happens, stuff happens. Up next, I got a 7'6" heavy fast action, extra fast action actually, KVD rod. This is a GC8 IM8 blank. It's good for Carolina rigs, football jigs, big spinner baits, and maybe a swim bait here and there. Not a really huge swim bait, but you could throw a swim bait on this. It's 7'6" heavy, extra fast action. This is a tournament MP speed spool, 10 ball bearings, gear ratio 5:6 to 1, so it's a little bit slower for those spinner baits that I'll be throwing here in the future. I really haven't thrown this rod a lot, but I definitely like the balance of it and the length of it. So it's one of my other rods, new rods, and this right here is definitely my frogging stick. I throw frogs on this and I love it, man. It's a 7'6" heavy fast action custom speed stick, and of course it's made by Lew's. And when I'm walking this frog, it just allows me to get that rod tip so close to the water. The walking action on it is phenomenal. A lot of backbone in this rod, and it's even got the twisty, to tighten up your rod. You twist that thing in there and boom, you're good to go. So I love this little setup. Oh yeah, this is the same reel, SS1 SHA, 10 ball bearings, gear ratio 7:5 to 1. So when you get up in some slop with that reel and you hook a fish, he coming out of there without question, you know what I'm saying? You horsing them in, and it's no big deal. 30-pound Power Pro braid on this one, and that's definitely my favorite frogging rod right there. And then we got an old school, guys. This is an old school rod right here. This is the Mach 1 combo. I've had this for like 4 or 5 years. It's still running strong. I bring it with me every time I go fishing. I like to throw spinner baits and chatter baits on this rod right here. Right now I have a Z-Man spinner bait on here. The rod is 6'10", medium heavy, fast action rod. The reel is actually 7 1-to-1 gear ratio, 10 ball bearings, and I've got 12-pound straight fluorocarbon on this reel, and I mean it's fast as well. I like this. Got a lot of tip to it. Fish blowing up over here, but it's got a lot of tip to it. Love that rod too. All right, now this right here is super saucy right here. This is the Mach Crush 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod. It's generation 2, so they just came out with a new one, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on one of them. And of course, this is 7 to, it's 10 ball bearings, and it's 7.5-to-1 gear ratio. This is primarily for my jigs and creature baits and stuff like that. I like it because it's a 7-foot rod, and I can make very accurate casts with it. So I have 30-pound Power Pro braid on this as well, and like I said, I'll leave all the links to everything down in the description. All right, let's go to this right here. This is another Mach. This is the Mach Speed Stick, but this is like the second generation of it, black and green. Pretty freaking dope. 7.5-to-1 gear ratio, 6'10" rod, heavy action, medium heavy action. I can't get it right today. Medium heavy action, fast taper on this rod. I throw my chatterbait on this rod just because it's so compact. I can get into really tight spaces with this, and I love it, man. This was actually given to me by one of my subscribers named Jason Patterson. So big shout out to you, Jason. I told him thank you, but now it's a formal thank you for Jason for blessing me with this rod, and I have been using it, and I've been catching a ton of fish with it. So thank you very much for that. Now this right here is my Dobbins Fury Series rod. I rarely even throw these big swim baits. I don't know. I need to get into it. I know I'm tripping. I need to get into it and start throwing these swim baits because they do catch big fish. But this is a Dobbins Series rod, Fury Series rod. It's FR 795B. It's 7'9", heavy, fast action rod. And of course, you see I throw big swim baits on it. And I've got the Super Duty 300 made by Lew's on this reel. It's got fresh. You can see I got it just for throwing swim baits, and I haven't thrown this swim bait yet. I might just throw it today or something. But 25-pound mono filament on this, and I forget, I think it's Berkeley Big Game, and the gear ratio is 6.5-to-1 on this Super Duty. And yeah, I need to throw this more. I think throw that more. And the last but not least is my crankbait rod. This is a St. Croix Mojo Bass glass rod, 7'2", medium power, moderate action, and I throw it for my crankbaits. This is all I throw. If I'm throwing a crankbait, I'm throwing this Mojo Bass rod. I've hooked so many fish with this setup. It is ridiculous, and I love it, man. I've got the Lew's American Hero on here. Gear ratio 5.6-to-1, I believe. No, it's 6.4-to-1. Gear ratio is 6.4-to-1. So I got it a little bit slower because I want to move that crankbait through the water column a little bit slower and make sure that I am, making this crankbait do what it does. I believe this had like 6 ball bearings in it, 5 ball bearings. I might need to upgrade the reel on this, but this is my official like crankbait rod. It's just a glass rod, and I love it, man. I love it, man. And that's it, guys. That's all my rods and reels that I've been rocking for 2021. You guys do not forget to stop by gonefishing804.com. We got some new designs on the way. We still got the regular stuff that's in there. Got a whole bunch of merch for you guys, and You already know what time it is, man. I appreciate you guys. If you like this review of all my rods and reels, please leave me a thumbs up, drop a comment, and if you haven't already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel so I can keep bringing you dope stuff like this. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification. That way you won't miss when I do post the dopeness, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and with that being said, keep them lines wet, because it's all about the hook set. Let's get it.